Inspirational Tea Sippers. This is Shantara and welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today is Tuesday. It is well after. It's probably like 2 o'clock. And I am just sitting here doing my makeup because I have a couple of errands to run. And I just wanted to talk to you guys while I did that. So, did I say I hope that you are well, doing amazing, feeling amazing, holding on to hope and faith? If not, I pray that you are, because I definitely am. So, I'm going to just kind of like chit chat while I do whatever I'm going to do. I'm going to do something light and something, you know. Okay, so once TJ here, y'all already know, once TJ here and I'm talking to y'all, he going to come in and say hi. There's nothing that I want more for this channel than for it to be relatable and transparent. That was the ultimate goal. That was what I heard in preparation of me starting this channel. Like, I have to be relatable and transparent. And if that steps on some toes or if that breaks some hearts, then I don't know what to tell you, because at this point, there will be some things that I hold sacred, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a lot that I put out there just so that other people know they are not alone. And it's crazy that relatable and transparent is what I've always sought out in a church. Like, I never could understand, like, dang, you mean to tell me, there were some people I could relate to, but it was others, more than not, that I was like, dang, ain't nobody really relatable. Like, nobody really knows what I'm going through. Like, ain't nobody really being transparent. Like, ain't nobody talking about the sins. Ain't nobody talking about when they used to sleep around. Nobody talking about if they was drinking and drugging. And I mean, you would hear some testimonies like on Hallelujah night or something like that. But I mean, those was from like visitors and stuff. The people that was literally at the church, you never even knew what the hell was going on. I'm like, dang, they holy? Like, I can't live like this, but I always lived my life according to my life. Like, I've always marched to the beat of my own drum. So isn't it funny that the main two things that I've always wanted in life, as far as in regards to church, relatable and transparent, is really what my channel is going to be based off of. So anyways, last night, which was Monday night, I took TJ to the doctor and I made a video in the moment. And I just feel like I could probably say it better. And I'm doing it this way, because growth or whatever. So I took TJ to the doctor yesterday. I felt like he was behind in shots and I felt like it was all my fault. So I was already feeling bad for that. I was already feeling bad because I told her about, the tea that I was using. I thought I was helping him, and she told me it was counterproductive to his heart condition and to what he had going on, right? So here I am thinking I'm helping my baby every few days, giving him this tea to help him move his bowels, because the George syndrome, that's one of the side effects to having the syndrome as well, is constipation. He has like tummy issues or whatever. So I'm feeling bad for that. And then so she come in and he needed 6 shots, right? So he ain't never had 6 shots. Yes, he's had shots before, but he ain't never had, ooh, these eyebrows look like fraternal twins. Let me see if I can even them up and get them to look better. Eyebrow is still a struggle for me, but we about to see if we can help him out. So she comes in and she gives him, first of all, it got a little bit awkward because she gonna lay my baby on the table and she like, oh, come on. Like, before she even shoot him, she like, oh, we're going to get a sticker. Do you want some stickers? And my baby is so excited. And I told her, don't you dare set my baby up for the kill like that. Like, and she was like, I know, but we just say that because of the bad thing that we're about to do. And I said, no. I said, that's just like kissing somebody on the forehead. No, that's just like kissing somebody, telling them you loving them, and then shooting them in the head. Like, you got him all excited about a damn sticker, and then you about to go in for the kill and just like give him all of these shots. I told her that's just a setup. And I don't want my baby to be treated that way in that aspect. Like, just let him know, like, you about to get some shots. It's going to hurt. You know what I mean? Like, Don't get him all set up for something and you are literally about to destroy his little life right now. Like, I didn't like that at all. So that was a little bit awkward, but we get home a few hours later. You know, he starts acting a little weird. And I'm like, okay, I got my eye on him, y'all. And I'm like, okay. And so I give him some Tylenol and I kind of start rubbing his legs or whatever, because then he started limping like a few hours later. He starts to limp and then he took a little nap. So he took a little nap. Of course, I went and got him his favorite from Sonic, loaded chili cheese tot, and I got him a milkshake because I felt so bad. With the move and everything and going through the divorce and then Deanna having the flu. Like, I have been trying to get him into the doctor for so long, and I know a lot of it was out of my control, but I could have pushed through on some of it and got him in sooner than what I did. And that's just being honest as a parent. But so there is no excuse there. Yes, I've given myself some grace or mercy or whatever, but last night, baby, when I tell you I was pissed. Okay, so after he took a nap or whatever, he woke up, he was grouchy, he wasn't really himself, he was moving slow, and that's granted, he's had shots before. Now, he takes his shots, but he doesn't take the live vaccines. So it doesn't really scare me to the point, because his immune system, they've never felt safe with drinking a sugar-free Monster. They've never felt safe because he has to see an immunologist to see what he's allergic to, what would, you know, be a bad thing entered into his body, what wouldn't, you know, as far as vaccines on that end. So he's never had a live vaccines, but he has 6 of the other ones, right? I think they look a little bit like twins or cousins or something, as long as they're related. This one always looked darker than the other one. So it's time for bed or whatever, and he's sleeping with me, right? He's sleeping with me, but he acting weird, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, son, are you okay? You know what I mean? Like, and he started shaking, like doing this little shake. He started doing this little shake or whatever. And I'm just like, son, are you okay? So I grabbed my baby. I went and got a wet towel and put alcohol on it. And went and got a wet towel and put alcohol and kind of put it around his neck and laid it on top of his head. We prayed. I was walking my baby in the room and I was just praying. Because at this point, I'm getting a little bit scared. Not a little bit, I am scared. I'm scared, I'm getting mad, you know what I'm saying? Told y'all. You tell them you got your shot. Tell him what happened to you yesterday. Y'all, look what he's doing to his teeth. That means he wants ice cream. Okay, they know. Tell him hi. They starting to, because of his thumb. This lady told me to put aloe vera on his fingers because I tried hot sauce and I tried vinegar and it's not working. He started sucking his teeth to comfort him after his molars started growing in and he was having a lot of pain. And to soothe himself, he started sucking on his fingers. So his teeth are literally shifting in the front and I am just like so upset about it. Say hi, guys. Turn your volume down. Say God bless you all. Go tell Sissy to give you ice cream. Tariana, give brother an ice cream. Look how he walking, y'all. Oh, your leg. Y'all, he limping around. All he needs is a cane. And so, like he's shaking and then he's panting. He's like, with his breathing, right? And so I give him some Tylenol because he is hot. He is panting. And I'm like, we're going to do something that's real soft and subtle. Something super easy. And so he's panting and I'm like, oh my goodness, like, are you okay? And then he looks at me and I look at him. And so we walking up the room and we praying. We praying and we walking up the room. And so I'm like, okay, TJ. I'm like, look at me and tell me you're okay. And then he like looked up and looked at me. But long story short, in that moment, I felt, and I was already feeling salty earlier about something that happened with a phone call that I received. You know what I mean? And I was just like, ugh. You know what I mean? And it just put me in one of them moods. Like some people that you talk to, or like some, you know what I mean? And I just couldn't answer the phone for the rest of the day. And I was just feeling like really ugly, but I knew it was the enemy. Like God instantly told me, this is the craftiness of the enemy. Like I knew what it was, you know what I'm saying? But it still didn't take away that feeling, even though I knew what it was. I was still pissed. You know what I'm saying? I was still salty. I was still, ugh, you know what I mean? Because every time I talk to not just one particular individual, but there are a couple of individuals that I would talk to or have to deal with. And I'm just like, this person is not good for my spirit. Like this person is not good for me trying to move forward and live my best life and be my best self. Like this person is truly a hindrance. There are a couple of people in my life that I can say that about, you know what I mean? I'm just like, nah, no. You got to kind of keep those people away and you have to know, you know what I mean? And so I was already feeling salty from earlier, right? So then that started happening at night. And when I tell you, I was up like a mother bear, could not sleep. I had the light on above him, but I had the towel over his face because I had the light on. I needed to see. I couldn't go to sleep. I was watching him. I was up. I did not go to bed until at least probably like 4:30. You know what I mean? Just watching him, make sure he's breathing, making sure like if it ever got to the point to where I could take him to the hospital or needed to take him to the hospital, like I would, because he was like doing some weird stuff. And like toward that end of the day, he couldn't even walk no more. You know what I mean? Like we were carrying him literally around the house because he could not walk. And I'm massaging him and I'm putting witch hazel and rubbed his legs down with some alcohol and all that good stuff. And tonight he's going to have a good bath soak because he didn't even have a bath last night. It was just too dramatic for me. And so I'm like, I'm crying at this point because I'm like, this is not. So I felt resentful. I felt mad. I felt angry. I felt pissed the hell off. You know what I mean? And like, these are just my feelings. And I'm thinking to myself, even though I know God is good, even though I know, you know, God is with us and he will gives us beauty for ashes. And, you know, he will make our crooked path straight and he will never leave us nor forsake us. And, you know, if he cares about the birds in the sky, how much more will he do for us? And if he provides for them, he provides for us. And I know the word, baby, I know the word. You know what I mean? Like I know the word. I really do. And so even with me knowing the word, even with me knowing, you know, all of this stuff, I'm just like, this is not what the F I signed up for. Like, this is a time where, and this is how I was feeling last night. I was pissed off. I'm like, this is the time where I need my companion. This is the time, not even companion, the father of my child. Come on now. To support and to be there and to be in this thing with me. You know what I mean? And why do a lot of women, and then my daughter came downstairs yesterday and was like, Mama, today is National Women's Day. And I looked at her and I chuckled and I said, Women's Day? Women's Day. Today is Women's Day. First of all, they need to have, if you got a Women's Day, there are some amazing Black fathers out there and fathers in general. So there needs to be a Father's Day, National Father's Day. And second of all, why will we only get a day? Baby, women literally make the world go round. Women literally are so strong. Women literally birth, okay, this world that we live in. Like, ain't no human you've ever seen that did not come out of a woman. There's no human on earth that you have not ever seen that did not come from a woman, out of a woman. Come on now, I know the seed is of a man, but baby, that thing cannot spring forth life. Get the message. It cannot spring forth life without being a woman. So when she came downstairs and she told me that, and I told her, I said, baby, Women's Day should be every day. Women's Day should be every day. Not just today. So come on, she was like, just accept the compliment. I said, no, you're missing the point. I said, you're missing the point. Yeah, it's great that, women are doing some amazing things. You know what I mean? Women have finally caught up to men, and some are doing even more than, and, whatever. But Women's Day should be every day. Baby, if it wasn't for us, a lot of this stuff that y'all got going on wouldn't even be feasible. So last night I was crying. I was up and I was thinking, this is not my reality. Like, this is not what I asked for. And and I was thinking to myself, it's in these moments. It's in these very moments when you feel like you can just beat the hell out of somebody. It's in these moments where I'm going to keep it personal, cussing in my head, cussing in my mind, calling these people everything but a child of God. Yes, and I had to ask God for forgiveness and all that. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, this is for the birds, okay? This is where I need my partner. This is where I need that extra help. Yes, I'm over here and, I got it or whatever, and I'm making it happen or whatnot. But I already did my eyes up there. So, can't even put that right there. It's just primer. And I'm just like, really, like, where's the head? We are stretched so thin. And last night I just felt stretched so freaking thin. I'm like, on top of getting ready to prepare us to go to California this weekend, having to pack, make sure everything is clean and disinfected, and, just the worries of that in general. God already gave Deanna a dream. We're going to be fine. But still, it's just the basic worries of doing stuff like that. And I'm just like, and I had to ask the Lord this after I was cussing in my head, because I was cussing in my head. I was so mad. I was crying. I said, this is not even it. Like, why? I'm just going to do powder. I'm not in the mood. Just going to do powder and keep it simple. And I'm just like, powder work just as good as foundation. I'm going to show y'all just a nice look. And I said, Lord, it's times like this where, and then some of y'all think, oh, well, you can't be cussing and she be cussing and this and that. God know your heart anyway. You're supposed to come to him exactly how you are. And this morning when Deanna got out that car, baby, I was able to say some stuff that I had that was on my heart and that I wanted to say out loud in the car, baby. And I was a cussing fool from the end of that schoolhouse all the way until I got back home. And I made no apologies for it, because at the end of the day, some of this stuff that we go through is because of, people not willing to do the work and, being manipulated and just being lied to and all of that stuff. And even though there's a great lesson in it, some lessons I would have rather passed up than to be dealing with some of the stuff that I'm going through. Because I'm like, my kids do not deserve this. Like, they deserve, a spiritual head and a leader. And it's at those moments, and I said, Father God, it's in these moments where I desire the help. I desire a leader. I desire, someone next to me, praying for me, watching over the kids as well. And not every day, if the situation don't call for that, y'all just listen to what I'm saying and don't try to go all into it. Just listen to the basics of what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I know this may not be able to happen every day, but having an emotional, spiritual leader there, whether it be by phone, whether it be, at home majority of the time, because anything you do in life has to have a balance. You can't work 24/7 and neglect your family. You can. You can't be with your family all day long and not go to work. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a balance in everything that you do. Literally everything that you do. You can't spend all your time with your family and neglect your kids and your husband and or wife. You cannot do that. You can. See how long you can get away with it and see how far it's going to get you. And so it's in those moments when we feel stretched and when we feel overwhelmed and when we feel, because it's in those moments that I feel like I can't even be a productive mother like I know I should be. Make sure y'all bring that down. You know, because you're stretched so thin and you're so tired. I did not get out of bed until 1:30. After I got the kids up at 6:30, got them off, got them ready. I'm like, I am so freaking tired. I was up all night with my baby. Literally up all night with my baby. And I'm like, this don't make no sense. Like, this was not ever in my plans. This was not something that I've ever bargained for. This is not, I didn't feel empowered. I didn't feel, I didn't feel any of those things. And a lot of times we're taught not to say these things. And, we can't say this because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And those who love you shall eat its fruit. Baby, don't get me wrong. The word is the word. And I will never, ever go against the word. Y'all better turn y'all volume down. And I will never, ever go against the word. Come on now. But at the end of the day, when people try to say those things, it takes the experience away from you. It takes away your reality. It takes away, how you're feeling in that moment. And I'm here to say those feelings that you have and those emotions that you have in moments like that, when you find yourself being a human, when you find yourself being a freaking human, and you feel overwhelmed and you feel, know for one that it's temporary, and know for two that your feelings and your emotions at that very moment is valid. It's valid. Come on now. Those feelings are valid. And when people try to take those away from you or tell you that you can't say those things or whatever, guess what you do? You hide them inside and you carry them and you bury them. And what does that do? Cause high blood pressure, cause you to, do all of these other things or try to make up in different ways to be able to express, because those feelings are yours. Like, baby, it's hard out here. It's hard out here. It is hard out here. And nobody ever said that it would be easy. Nowhere in the Bible tells us that it will be easy. So in those hard times, yes, I know I'm speaking for myself. I had to ask God. I said, God, in that very moment, I said, God, after I was done hoopline, I said, Lord, I need you to help me, because I'm feeling resentful. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling mad as hell. I'm feeling like I just want to punch the hell out of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally punch somebody damn lights out. Like, punch your lights out. I don't want to do this by myself. This is not what I asked for. This is not fun. I don't feel empowered as a woman. And that is my truth. I do not feel empowered as a woman being up all night, eyes burning. I'm telling you, I had to put on some eyes burning from the sunlight because I barely slept. Like, it's in those moments that I'm like, you know what? Baby, if I even... For me, y'all, this is powder only, baby. You ain't got to do all that. Try to be like a guru. We're going to be like ourselves around here and grow in our own lane. And so you can do all that without, I put a little bit of concealer up under there though. I'll just set it with this powder only. And I'm just like, you know what, baby, I'm tired. This is really for the birds. But then again, I can say all that. But see, what the thing is I'm holding on to not holding on to it, but I am recognizing my feelings and my emotions and knowing that they are mine. How I felt last night was, that was in my own right. That was in my own right. Those feelings came up and those feelings were mine. I didn't sit in my satin for the moment that it was going on, but at the end of the day, I released it and I let it go, because I know at the end of the day that God is doing something big in my life. He is doing something big, and nothing that he's doing and nothing that he's ever done will go to waste. It will not. It will not. It will not. It will not. And it's all for my greater purpose. And I told him last night, I said, Lord, if you, I know you know my heart, and obviously I wasn't, but I'm telling you, I have learned my lesson. You ain't got to worry about Shantera. You do not. When I tell you I am done with this lesson, baby, I know how to spot them. I know how to pick them. Baby, I could see the faulties coming from a mile away. Within the first conversation, 10, 15 minutes, I already know what I'm dealing with. Father God, I have learned my lesson, and there is no physical attraction. There is not a conversation. There is not anything that will override what I already know to be true. Baby. So, Father, I've learned. I have. So I had to pray and ask God, to help me, because I was feeling that way, and to help me, because it's in those moments that we feel so weak, but it is in our weakness that He is made strong. And I'm able to sit here today and tell you that after the night that I had last night, it was in my weakness that He was made strong. Made strong today, made strong to where I didn't just impulsively post that video that I made last night in the heat of the moment, and I can come down better with a level head. That's growth. We ain't talking about the cussing that I did. He ain't worried about, all the cussing that I did in my head. Come on now. Cuss them down. Called you everything but a child of God. That's my business. That's what I got to deal with the Lord. Cuss my tail all the way this morning. I had to get that out. It was festering in me. I had to spew. I had to. For me. Don't miss the message. I am turning this mess into a message. A message of growth, a message of endurance, a message of, God being a God, the God that He said He is, despite our shortcomings, despite our flaws, God being exactly who that word said He is. I am a living example. I am a living example. And I vow to continue to be transparent, and I vow to continue to be, honest and relatable. Like, come on now. Come on now. Women's Day. Women's Day. Women's Day? No. No, boo-boo. No, my love. And so, that's what happened last night. That's what I wanted to share with y'all. I'm trying to wrap this thing up. And I was just like, you know what? This is not it. This is not it. And to those who are single and, really enjoy and feel at peace and feel, that is so great. I'm so happy for you. But that's just not my story. It's not my story. I'm not excited. Am I thankful? Yes. Am I grateful for my children? Yes. Am I grateful and thankful to God that I am at least here to be able to tell the story? Yes. But, there are some things that I wish I would have done different. But at the end of the day, you cannot take the lessons back. I mean, at the end of the day, the wisdom and the growth and the knowledge and understanding, that is priceless. So in that aspect, your phone died? Okay, I'll charge it up for you. Look, y'all, he put his hand on his head. He don't know what to do without his phone. Now you can go watch regular TV, go watch a Keely or something like that. It's on the charger, okay? Be careful. Be careful on your leg. Y'all, my baby limping. And yeah, y'all. So that is what I wanted to share. Like, God bless you for real. God bless all the mothers and single fathers that find themselves up in the middle of the night, you know what I mean, doing this. God bless you. This is not a joke. And I know a lot of parents don't take, this job seriously, but those that do, it is a lot of work. Me had a little bit of glow, baby, because your girl was feeling dull. It's a lot of work. And And I'm just use this highlighting powder that I got from Walgreens. It was like $5. With your brush, you can go with water or setting spray or whatever. Wet that brush just a little bit. And before it dry, dip it in there. This is the Wet n Wild. These are so bomb. This is in the color Precious Petals. Look how simple that was. And then you're going to go over it all with your powder one more time to blend everything together and make sure that it's seamless. So that you don't see any difference in between your powder, no difference in between, you know, your makeup or whatever. So you just go back in with your powder when you're done. What powder is this? This is the Super Stay powder. Super Stay Full Coverage. This is in the color, what color is this? 355 Coconut. Super Stay. So you just go over it and blend everything together. You should always finish off your makeup with the powder. This is like your smooth finishing to make sure everything is seamless. Y'all, I only use powder. You don't have to do all of this stuff like the gurus do. You don't have to. So, it doesn't take away the glow and the shimmer, but sometimes it will. And I'll just go back in with whatever's left on my brush. Because I like the glow, girl. Glow, girl, go. Glow, girl, glow. Glow, girl, glow. Glow, girl, glow. And here's the final look. Did I work on my eyebrows? Let's see. I don't like them too thick. My preference. They started looking better. They look a lot better. So that is the end of this video, y'all. I wanted to share that with you. That I was going through last night, baby. It was all bad. When I tell you all bad, it was all bad. I am so ready to go to California and see my sisters and my family. My God. I'll be recording. I get to get with my cousins. And we get to record and talk about some of these topics. You know what I mean? And some of the things that we talk about when we're on the phone together. Because iron definitely sharpens iron. And a lot of our conversations are some of the stuff that I share with you guys. And it's just important to hear another person's perspective. And to hear how somebody else is dealing with and or going through different things. So I'm excited about that, to bring you guys some content with a few family members talking about, you know, some stuff. So that is what I wanted to share with y'all last night. I feel better that I forced myself out of bed, but I did want to share that moment, that moment that I did have. I had a moment, and it was what it was. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So until the next time, inspire, be inspired. I love you guys. God bless you.